if you want to ride, this is the place. This is the vlog, guys. You guys have been asking for so long. You have my bike at the back. We're near Philly. How to get your bike license in Dubai. So if you want to understand the process, you watch this video, you will understand everything, and I'll come back at the end from this very position and I'll tell you guys what all issues that you might face and everything, because most of the process on how to get the license I have explained while I was riding. It's been like months since we spoke. I'm getting out in the summer for you guys. So driving license in Dubai is split into like 3 parts. The first part is your theory test. So the theory test is basically, I think, a set of 40 questions, out of which you have to get 35 correct. So this was almost like 2-3 years ago. Okay, so I don't know if the curriculum has changed, then I won't know. So that is something you guys have to be careful about. So the first part of the test is quite easy. If you have car license in Dubai, the first part is quite easy. But the problem is, if you don't have car license, you actually have to, understand certain rules, certain board signs, certain things you have to learn. So that thing you have, they give you online classes for that. So it's just a set of videos, like there's no specific class teaching or anything. It is just a set of videos that you have to watch, and based on those videos you have all your curriculum is based on that only. Once you clear your online class, so when I did it, I got, I think, 38. I think I got 38 out of 40, I think. So once you finish your theory, then you have your yard classes. So similar to how you have parking in driving, here you don't have parking, so you don't need a parking license for you don't need parking training for a bike, so you don't have parking. You have something called the yard test. So yard exam or yard exercises is where you learn certain internal drills. You will not be driving on the road, you will be driving inside the institute only. And when we say driving, I mean certain exercises. I think there's a set of 6 exercises. I'll link a video in the description which shows exactly all the exercises that you have to do. It's a very good video. I think it's by Galadari Institute. It's a very good video, and it helps a lot of people when you know exactly what you are learning before you start, right? So honestly, all the tests are quite easy if you ask me, as a person who learned driving in Dubai. Like, I did not know how to ride a bike when I was in India, by the way. I only knew it in Dubai. So as a person who's just learning to drive in Dubai, I was a pure newbie. I only knew how to ride a cycle, and that's it. So I did not know how to ride a bike at all at that time. It was almost 2-3 years ago. In my class, there were like 20 people on my first day, and I was the only one who was getting a license just for fun. The 19 others, they all were getting it for delivery jobs. So if you are getting a license for the delivery job, the yard classes is a little bit different, because you have to practice on a bike which has the box in the back. I did not have to practice with the box in the back. They ask you, are you're getting for fun, or you're getting it on a driver visa? So I said, I'm just getting it for fun. On the first day, I was the worst guy there, because I couldn't even move 1 inch with the bike, because I kept stalling the bike. Like 100 times I stalled the bike. But I got an instructor who was very nice. He told me, listen, 2 hours that day, okay? So 2 hours classes. He told me 2 hours you will just start, move, and stop. So that's it. I was just moving in first gear and stopping, moving in first gear and stopping. So I did not do anything the entire day except just start and move. That actually helped me a lot with my basics on that day, because I had no problem controlling the bike. So once I move, I had no problem with balance, because I've been driving cycle and I had no issue with the balance. The only problem was with the gear. On the first day I learned how to do the gear, khalas, done. Next day I come, I am basically like a pro rider there, okay? I was riding better than 90% of the people, because most of the people who are coming over there, many are from Pakistan and stuff, where their gear shifter is a bit different. I don't know the exact logic. For the pattern of the gear in Dubai is one is down, everything else is up, okay? Whereas in Pakistan, I heard like it's a bit different, where neutral is down and everything else is up. I think so. It's like that. If someone correct me if I'm wrong. I know a lot of Pakistani brothers watch my video. Just let me know how the pattern is, the gear shifter pattern, how it is in Pakistan. Some major accident happened over here. Oh, that's a bad accident. Looks like bikes and are all involved. I hope everyone is alright. So the first exercise is quite simple. You just have to go drive in a straight line, and then you take a turn between two lines, and you take it between the lines without using clutch, without using brake. Okay? If you use clutch or brake, khalas, fail. Okay? You can only do it if you drive without brake and without clutch. I found all the exercises quite easy, except like I was not bad at it, but what I found hard was one of the training, which was basically slow riding, where you have like two lines of like almost 10 meters or something. You have to ride very slow between those. So you have to basically be within I think 10 kilometers per hour. You can use your brake, you can use your clutch if you want. Of course, you can use your clutch and brake, but you should not leave or put your foot down. That's it. Or you should not stop completely. Okay? So that's one of the hardest exercises that I had. But there was a trick to that exercise which someone taught me. So the trick basically was, you don't look at the lines, rather you look straight ahead. Like you don't look down, you look straight ahead. And when you look straight ahead, you actually have much better stability rather than looking like down. Like even when you're riding now, like I'm not looking in front of my bike, I'm looking like at the bike ahead. After 10 hours, I had my yard test. So the yard test is the same thing, but the only difference is you'll have an instructor who will be testing you. The RTA inspector, sorry, not the instructor. If you want to ride, this is the place. The best place to ride is Dubai. Final exercise. Alright, this is the most important part, so listen up very carefully. The final test is basically road test. So in order to do road test, you have to do another 10 or 20 hours. I can't remember now, guys. Please, on the hours thing and all, please check the website because I don't remember right now. It is very different from a car and a bike. This is where the difference you will start seeing. So the main difference that you will see is, in a car, there is no specified route for you to drive in, right? There is no specific route that you have to follow and so on. But for bike classes, like you will not have the instructor sitting behind you or anything. You have a bike solo. So in each class they will have 2 or 3 people with them. So the 3 people who are learning will be in the front and the instructor will be in the back. You will all be wearing different color shirts. Like for example, they'll give an orange color jacket for the riders, and for the instructor we'll have a green color jacket, and you'll have the name of the institute and all written in the back, so everyone is aware that you're a learning student. You have to follow the same route every single day. You have to by heart that route. So okay, because if you in the test, if you make a mistake of the route, also you fail. You take a wrong route, also you fail. So you have to by heart that route. So this is where you will learn your roundabout, how to do your roundabouts, how to turn, how to merge, all these things. So because you're doing it every day, you get used to it. Only thing, you have to navigate cars very well, which is the most important part, which you have to take care of. If you don't navigate the other cars well, then there's no point of this exercise, because the entire reason you're getting a license is to learn. It's not simply to get a license, it's to learn. Okay, so most of the people who are coming here without riding experience in Dubai, and that, I would say, when you're going to do a job very dangerous like delivery, it is very dangerous for those people if you don't take the time to learn these things, understand the driving habits of the people in Dubai. It's quite different. I was able to do it because I drove for my car for almost 6, 7 years before I got my bike license. So I've driven a car for a very long time in Dubai. I know how people in Dubai drive. I know how they merge. I know how they think. You know, you get to predict these people as you learn a lot. First few months when you're riding, Don't think you put in your mind that, oh, this is so simple, it's a nice long road, you can drive very fast. Don't think like that. Stop thinking in a way that I have to learn now. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start learning. I'm going to start learning and implementing those things what I learned. We reached. So now you guys have seen the entirety of the exercise. So you have 3 parts. The first one is your theory classes. Once you finish your theory test, there's your RTA theory test, you will move to your yard classes. Yard classes is where you have 6 exercises. After you finish the learning of those tests, you will have the yard test. After you have the yard test, you have your road test. And your road test is where basically you will go on the road and you have a specific route to follow. And once you pass the road test, khalas, you have your license. Right, so this took me around 1 to 2 months. Mainly it took me a lot of time because I was doing it during Eid, and because I did it during Eid, it kind of delayed some of my classes a lot. Otherwise you should be able to do it within like a month or so. Now I am coming back to explain to you guys one important thing about this. A lot of people message me about getting a license in Dubai at a very young age, okay, and I will tell them, as much as riding and watching these videos might look fun, the main goal for you is first to get your car license. You get your car license, you understand how people drive in Dubai, you learn about their driving, you learn about their behavior, and then if you move to a bike, I promise you, you will be a much better rider. I know a lot of people come here and immediately get a bike license because they're coming from places where they have only ridden bike, and they assume that it's going to be the same thing. But trust me, it's not the same thing. It's going to be very different. You have to take care of your health first and your well-being. So don't go into this just looking at the fun. So think of this, it's a risk. Bike riding, everyone knows, is more dangerous than riding a car. There is no doubt about it. I ride a bike and I will tell you 100% it is more dangerous. And if you're willing to take that risk, do it smartly. Don't just rashly get into it. Learn, understand a lot of things, learn to drive defensively. And I don't get surprised by most of the people in Dubai because I'm expecting them to do something stupid. That's one of the things that I talk about in my defensing driving video. If you learn how to drive defensively, you will know how to be a good driver. Because if you drive defensively, you are not going to react to everything. You will be proactively ready for everything. You know, you should anticipate rather than react. That's the thing I like to tell everyone. So this is the advice I want to give.